Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in a meeting and suddenly your mind goes blank?
Yes, that happens more often than I'd like, especially when I'm about to speak or when someone asks me a question.
And in that moment, it feels like all your thoughts just disappear.
Exactly. It's like I know the answer, but I just can't access it.
If you've ever experienced that, you're definitely not alone. And if conversations like this help you understand yourself a bit better, consider liking the video or subscribing. It helps more people discover these ideas too.
Yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to this.
They can, and interestingly, this doesn't usually happen because you don't know enough.
Then why does it happen?
A big part of it comes from how our brain reacts to pressure. When we feel like we're being evaluated, the brain shifts into a kind of defensive mode.
Defensive mode?
Yes, instead of focusing on thinking clearly, part of the brain starts focusing on avoiding mistakes. It begins asking questions like, what if I say the wrong thing? What will people think of me?
So instead of thinking about the answer, we're thinking about the risk.
That's right. And that shift uses up mental energy, which makes it harder to recall information or express ideas clearly.
That explains why it feels like the mind just freezes.
Right. It's not a lack of ability, it's a moment of mental overload.
So the pressure we feel is actually interfering with our thinking.
Yes, and interestingly, this often happens more to people who care about doing well.
Really?
Yes, because they're more aware of expectations. They want to contribute something meaningful, but that awareness can also create extra pressure.
So, in a way, the panic comes from wanting to do a good job.
That's true. It's not a sign of incompetence. It's often a sign that the situation matters to you.
That's a very different way to see it.
It is, and once we understand what's happening, we can respond differently. Instead of trying to remove the feeling completely, we can learn to work with it.
How would someone do that?
One simple approach is to slow things down. Take a brief pause before speaking. That small pause gives your mind time to organize thoughts.
So, instead of reacting immediately, just give yourself a moment.
Yes, another helpful shift is changing your focus. Instead of thinking, how do I sound, shift to, what am I trying to communicate?
That takes the attention away from yourself and puts it on the message.
That's right. When the focus moves from self-judgment to contribution, the pressure often reduces.
That makes sense.
And over time, as you experience more meetings, your brain becomes more familiar with the situation. What once felt stressful starts to feel more manageable.
So, it improves with experience.
It does, but it starts with understanding that the panic isn't the real problem. It's just a signal.
A signal of what?
A signal that you care and that your mind is trying to protect you.
That's actually reassuring.
And maybe that's today's little aha moment. If your mind goes blank in a meeting, it doesn't mean you're not capable. It often means your mind is under pressure. And sometimes the best thing you can do is pause, breathe, and return your focus to the message you want to share. Because clarity doesn't come from rushing, it comes from giving your thoughts a moment to surface.